This is the day 2 of me building a startup in Ghana, and what I'm trying to build is an influencer platform where businesses will be able to have access to creators who will be able to help them with their ads, and also where creators can also come on board and also set up a profile for themselves to be able to have access to businesses who needs their help. So in the first video, we set up the project scope, we use Trello, and also we use ChatGPT to come up with a scope. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I came up with the backend, the setup, and also how I was able to set up the front end. And also I'll take you through some of the screens I've been able to build. I'm a full stack developer, but I'm front end heavy. And most of the things that I do, I started with the front end. So I didn't really start with designing the screens using Figma or any design system, but I went ahead just starting developing because I knew what I wanted and I already had the plans for the screens. So let's go details into this video and let us see how I was able to come up with the backend. So looking at our screens, when you take a look at our package.json, you realize that we have some packages here. So the first thing I did was to initialize my project, and then as time went by, I also started installing some packages which are going to help me. So one of the key packages that I installed was Mongoose, JSON Web Token, Express, CORS, Cookie Parser, Body Parser, Bcrypt, here and there. But initially what I started with was installing Express Rate Limiter, Body Parser, Cookie Parser, Helmet, and so on and so forth. And let me take you through why I installed these packages. When you install JSON Web Token in your backend, what it is going to do in your project is it's going to help you to be able to set up tokens for the users who are going to sign up. And it is going to help you be able to authenticate users whenever they are trying to access an endpoint through the front end. So basically, the JSON Web Token will sign a token using the user's data, and then you add a secret key to it, and also you set up a time for the token to relapse, and then whenever the user accesses the endpoint, they will not be able to access it if they don't have like a token. So you set up the token, and then the client will be able to pass it through the authorization headers, so that through that they will be able to access the parts of the backend. And within the registration controller that I did, what I was able to come up with was you first submit your data as a user, and then I'll hash your password, and then I'll save the data. And what I'll do is I'll send a confirmation email, I'll set the token, and then I'll send a response that a user has been created. So in this process, you see in the set token, I'm using JWT in there, and I'm signing a user, and also I'm using Bcrypt to hash the password of the user. And you need to pass a sort, that is a rounds of sort, so that you'll be able to distinguish, like have a clear distinction between several passwords. If you don't do that, some passwords might end up having the same kind of format and the same kind of encryption that is being passed to it. So that is why we are passing the sort. So we do that, and then we create the user, and like basically this is the registration controller that we had. As time goes on, I will not show you most of the controllers, but this is just something that I wanted to show to you. And then passing the token, as I said earlier, will help the user to have access to your backend once they come back trying to access some parts of it. So basically, this is like how I was able to set up the backend, and then I was able to install these packages and then work with them. There are other parts that I will show you as time goes on. There are other features that I'll show you so that you'll be able to know what is really happening with this project. Let us move to setting up our front end. So basically, what I do with the front end is I use Next.js for my front end, and then what I do is I go through the installation instructions, and then I install the necessary packages that is needed. So most of the things I use Bootstrap and Sass for design, and then I use React icons for my icons in the front end. So let me take you through the folder structure of the front end. So you see we have Bootstrap here, and then we have also React Bootstrap to help streamline some of the components. And as I said earlier on, I'm using Bootstrap and Sass for the design. And also when it comes to the forms, what I mostly use is Formic and Yep. Formic really helps organizing your fields or your inputs, and then Yep helps with the validation. Whenever there is any error, it throws an error maybe at the below the inputs where the user is trying to type, or wherever we need to display such an error. So I use Formic and Yep. And then for any charts, if I want to display any analytics, I use the Richards or Chat.js or whatever I need to use to be able to help me do this. So basically, this is like the initial structure or the initial instructions or installations for the front end. So if you're a developer, you can use some of these packages. Later on, I'll share with you some of the packages I use in this application. So I think we've been able to go through the setup of the backend and the front end. Let me also take you through some of the pages I've been able to build throughout this project. So when we go to the front end of the project, you can see on my screen we have the creator store. This is what I was able to come up with, and basically I want people to know what really this app is about. So I'm more keen on the copy I'm using for the site. So basically, you can see we have the creator store to sell your digital products, book influencer, coaches, and creators, and then we have a link in bio. So when we scroll through, you see the different parts of the application. You see some of the toolkits I'm allowing creators to have access to. So you see, you'll be able to have a link in bio. You'll be able to build a course in there and then sell. You'll be able to also sell your digital products. If you have some mentorship that you want users to have access to, you'll be able to set up the mentorship. And also you'll be able to set up membership kind of thing in the application. And also you can allow users to book you for your services, to book some sessions with you, and then there will be a community where people can share ideas here and there. And also you see we have a creator stories section where we have different kinds of creators having their profiles here. So we can have fitness coaches, photography educator, and also some music producers being able to sell their musical instrumentations here and there. And also there is a section talking about what you can sell on the platform. So you can basically sell these things as I've already indicated at the top. Yeah, and then this is not the exact payment I'm coming up with. I'm going to look at this payment later on, and then I'll set up some features for each of the payments. And these are some FAQs, and then this is the footer. So basically this is the front end, and this is like the landing page for the whole project. I'm going to also take you through the creators page and also the creators detail pages, the blog page, and also the guides page. So let's go to the creators page that I've been able to build. And you should know that this is an application that I had already planned and even started building a long time ago. But I'm just trying to take you through the journey of me being able to come up with such a project and some of the designs I've been able to come up with. So you might even come across things that I'm not going to talk about, but you see their screens being displayed here. So there is the creators page. You can see the list of creators here. You can see the list of creators here. These are some dummy data I'm using. So let's try and go to the detail of the creator, and let's see some of the things that is being displayed here. So every creator is having products, and the first section, the tab, is all about them, the things that they do, and some successes we have on there, and also some of the products that they sell in the second tab. So you see that in the second tab we have some products. So you have courses if the creator is having some courses, and also if the creator is trying to coach some people, or he or she wants to offer some coaching services. And also some workshops that the creator wants to organize, you can add it. So these are not the only products you can add. There are lots of products you can add, templates, design templates here and there, some services you can add. And then we have the reviews tab, where users are talking about the creator that they have access to. So if you want to follow such a creator, you can follow them anytime that they release anything. It will be sent to your email so that you'll be able to have access to it earlier on. If you want to share their profile to your friends or anybody too, you can share it to them. If you want to save their details too, you can save it. So on the guys page, we have some resources here which is going to help you to be able to come on board and then set up your project. So if you want to get started on this project, we have some resources here. If you want to add some courses and also some popular guides we have here, and then some success stories, some marketing. You see there is an overlap here. I'll fix it, and then I'll fix some of the icons not displaying in their circle well. So I'll fix all those things, and then you'll be able to have a way to be able to use the platform through these guides. Let's go straight to the blog, and also let's see what we have on the blog, some of the things we are saying about the platform. So basically, we have some tips for creating and engaging online courses, the future of e-learning trends. Like this is just the display of the blog page. I think I haven't really worked on the details, but I'll work on the details later on. And also, let's look at the get started or the sign up page. Yes, I've been able to build that too. Yeah. So on the sign up page, you just need to provide your username, your email, and then your password, and then you just need to confirm. And also we have the sign-in page where we can continue with Google, and also we have the forgot password and other parts of the application. So basically this is the front end, and these are some of the screens I want you to have a look at. So in my next video, I'll talk a lot about some of the features I've been able to build at the back end, and also how I've been able to integrate them into the front end. So I want you to stay with me throughout this journey, and at the end you'll all be able to go on the deployment, and then also let's see how things will come by. Thank you for watching.